The ROAMS.io podcast and its consequences have been a disaster for the Ohio race. Welcome to the second episode of the ROAMS podcast. Today I'm interviewing Obis Nut, who is kind enough to voice reveal just for this podcast. So let's just transition to the podcast now. I hope you enjoy. Hey Obis Nut, man, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, bro. How about you? I don't even know why I'm doing good.
Alright, so what's it called? So today I will be interviewing Obis Nut on a multitude of different topics. But first, for the uninitiated who don't know who Obis Nut is, so introduce yourself for the audience.
Well, I am Obis Nut, the conceptor and tester of the game ROAMS.io. I also uploaded videos on my YouTube channel regarding the game, I guess. Like, it's pretty special in my opinion, and I do love my job, even though I get zero salary.
Yeah, let's hope for the whole ROAMS people that they do get a salary one day, because you're getting ripped off. So what got you into Mob.io, ROAMS, Ohio, and just all that type of stuff, you think?
Well, first of all, Mobile is an L. What got me into Mob was the appealing colors and the idea of the game itself. I found it addicting back then, but I quit before Season 2 was released. ROAMS, however, is not an L, it's a different case. Once I saw the game, I thought to myself, this is my chance to improve the game for the better. Even though I get zero salary and I blame the devs for it. Even Pacha games.
Alright, so you said Mob.io was an L. Do you mean it was L when you joined or later on?
Later on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, absolutely, yeah. Literally, like, they changed all the skins. It looks goofy now.
Exactly. So when you quitted the game, did it have all the bad textures and problems?
Not gonna lie, it did not have any issues regarding textures, but I disliked playing the game because of KOA. KOA did not update the game as often and added bugs on purpose, which was really annoying, such as the God mode glitch. When Season 2 was released, it killed anything left inside the game for me to even touch it. Like, honestly, such an L game overall. I hate Mob.io.
So the reason you left was you saw the textures which were coming in, and they didn't come in yet, but from all the already mounting issues from Koa.
Yeah, he added bugs for absolutely no reason, honestly.
Exactly. Koa is actually a pedophile, possibly.
Yeah, I know. I saw the news, like, he's a legitimate, like,
crazy. So I've heard about the God mode glitch before, but can you explain it?
Basically, a Patero uses his ability to try and grab someone, but that someone either dives or is out of range, then comes back into the range of the Patero's grab. The Patero then grabs the animal while it is already landing on the ground. When the Patero with the animal is being grabbed, the said animal cannot be hurt by predators.
Yo, wait, that's... I'm wondering how someone actually found that out. So here's what I'm thinking. What if Koa actually intentionally exposed it into the game so people would make more videos on it and play for the glitch? Because how would someone find that out on their own? So
I was in a...
Yeah, sorry. Continue.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were just melting the game dry at the end, like, they had no going back with the game at that point.
Definitely. So how did you get introduced to Metrican, Crocken, Danny, Abby, and those types of people?
To be honest, never wish I did, but I was in a group chat dedicated to Mob, to hunting kick dragons, iconic enough, right? But it was funny to abuse glitches to kill king dragons. Anyways, that group chat shared a link to the game called Better Mob, now ROAMS. I joined a Discord server as well, and that is how I got to know them, I guess. I did know Abi and Danny before this event.
Alright, so it's pretty ironic getting the whole King Dragon stuff considering the OBD with ROAMS.io and the levelable up black dragons. What type of glitches would even allow you to kill King Dragons? I mean, they're really powerful, insanely powerful. They can just destroy an entire server, man.
Well, in the times of the group chat, you could lure King Dragon into the Arctic Pond, where it could use a tail slap ability on you, allowing you to kill it in a Black Dragon versus King Dragon fight easily. There was also a resurrection of the Snowman land monster bug, though it is more complicated, I really can't lie.
Wow, I've never heard of that before, lol. Fuck. Yo, that's actually crazy. I've never heard that before. But anyways, why do you think you are regarded or thought of as such a controversial figure?
I personally do not think that I'm a controversial figure in the ROAMS.io community, and there has not been a considerable amount of cases where people would hate me. It's more so, in fact, the opposite. Maybe by people outside of the ROAMS community I'm hated by, but that's completely a different story.
So why are you hated by people outside the ROAMS community, which I'm going to assume is the Mob.io community? Is it for your contributions to ROAMS.io?
Well, the main source of hate comes from the L&D gang. Albeit its friends,
L&D sucks.
Yeah. Albeit its friends such as Wag, Ader, etc. They hate me because I have prevented them from obtaining any influence in ROAMS.io to propose any changes of their own. I did that to prevent the game from being wrongfully influenced by a group of people seeking changes which benefit them. To this day, they still complain about the 1v1 movement and that the arena sucks, and I'm getting sick of it. But in reality, they will never be pleased unless you introduce their own proposed changes. One of their members, Ader, has also made a script on ROAMS.io, and Abi has been observed to use them as well.
Alright, so basically, they hate you because they used hacks and they got banned, and they tried to introduce changes which would only benefit them, and you didn't let them. And then they go for months and months always complaining about how they hate the PvP.
Yep, pretty much.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I know L&D loves to be haters, but you mentioned how Aver made a script, like a coding script or whatever. Has the game ever been hacked, botted, or something to the likes of that?
Only botted, but it was done by someone unrelated to the L&D gang. We know that it's yes from Mr. Modpack.
Who's Mr. Modpack?
A primarily Ukrainian and Russian community from Mob.io, which are known to make scripts on Mob.io, or used to make scripts practically honestly.
So, why do you think people are still playing Mob.io, which is very arguably inferior compared to ROAMS.io? I just checked, and one of the servers actually has 150 members. Is the reason bots?
Those people who play Mob.io are children from game portals, which are obviously websites with a bunch of games which also advertise Mob.io. And how do I know this? In a server, 95% of all people do not talk in chat, and 80% of them are below Hippo tier.
Alright, so anyway, I have heard the ROAMS.io dev team tried to get their game into one of these so-called game portals, websites of browser games, etc. How's that went?
We indeed have. However, there's only one game portal. It brought us to almost 100 players at peak, but declined. We do not have plans to advertise the game at the moment, since at the end it's just a passion project.
So, are you guys just really more focused on the rewrite as a whole and want to get that out as fast as possible? And for the people who don't know, the rewrite is basically, what's it called? Hasha, the main dev of the game, is just rewriting the whole game because the code sucks or something like that. So, are you more focused on the rewrite as a whole? Is that just like your main goal? Rewrite?
Yes. In fact, it's our primary goal and must not be skipped.
Alright, man. If it can be said that things go on a good pace, no lawsuits, no interruptions, no bots or anything bad, also considering this is summer break, which may be for the better or for the worse. How much more do we have until the rewrite is done? Because we've been waiting for a while.
Well, I cannot give accurate estimates for the release date, as Pasha Games did not give much information on the progress and pace. very classic Pasha games, so I expect it to be released before January.
Alright, so considering the rewrite is a bit far from now, what do you recommend for ROAMS players as a whole to do in the meanwhile?
Take a break from the game if you find it boring and keep in news with what's happening with the game. But I would recommend that you just stop playing until the rewrite just gets released.
Yeah, I don't really play anymore. I play a little bit every once in a while, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing.
What's your whole opinion on the community, the ROAMS community as a whole?
It's like every other IO game. I really don't find it anything special, and it is fine, honestly.
When has the game been at its highest and its lowest?
Highest, well, it was around the OBD update event, but the lowest, well, pretty much right now, it's absolutely dead.
Damn. So why was the ROAMS server purged 2 times?
Ahmed Khan only knows the reason. He has not disclosed any, to be honest.
So what is the biggest drama you have been in?
Crocken's self-victimization. It explained why she was clicked multiple times from the team and came back.
That's crazy. So, from the most unbiased view you can give, what happened from your side?
It occurred while artists were reskinning the assets for the new rebranding of Better Move to ROAMS. Crocken would overwork herself on doing the assets, then ask for rewards. Another example.
So, making art for online game and asking for rewards.
Yep, pretty much.
Continue.
Another example is Crocken not taking any feedback from people on her assets. Even feedback from other artists was ignored. Crocken would easily lose her temper whenever you did not agree with her on something regarding her assets. It would even resort to extreme cases where everyone suggested a change, and well, it was agreed, except by Crocken.
Damn! You know what I need to do one day? I need to do a podcast with Crocken and Obis Nut in the same voice chat.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
So, was the problem that Crocken was asking for rewards, while at the same time being resistant to feedback and just having a low temper as well? And you said it would resort even to extreme cases where everyone suggested a change and it was agreed except by Crocken. And were those suggestions taken in the end?
Sometimes not. If they were, you would have to listen to Crocken throwing insults thereafter. And indeed, there are some other minor reasons, but I prefer not elaborating on those as it would take way too long.
So, I don't really want this interview to take 8 days and 7 nights, but who do you think is the most hated player and the most loved player?
Most hated is Crocken, while most loved is Epic, honestly.
I'm gonna send you a picture. This you?
No, shut the fuck up.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's not me.
Damn. Alright. I think that's you though.
Nah, that's not me.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
I'm really not that old. I'm not a white sensei, alright?
Alright? You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure about that.
Alright. So what if changed or added or removed can instantly kill the game?
Season 3 textures, if they were added, something removed that could kill the game is removing the abilities of all animals and PvP.
So, Season 3 textures are basically like the textures from Mob.io, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, that is true, man.
So, what was the worst addition which was suggested or close to going into the game?
Removal of monsters in Black Dragon tier for rewrite release. That was the worst part.
Yeah. Who suggested that? That's like so fucking stupid. And what would even be in its place?
Ahmed Khan, nothing would be in its place. Apex would be final tier. Frankly enough, Ahmed Khan's suggestion led us to creating the Colossals concept, or to say, improving it further, honestly.
That's actually crazy. Yo, Ahmed Khan, I do know I just insulted you, but get better ideas. So, didn't Bear make the Colossal's concept, or am I just mixing stuff up?
Bear, damn, he's cute. Anyway, we have made the Colossus concept half a year before Bear even uploaded his videos on his own idea.
Well, that clears it up. What are your most memorable experiences of the game's Discord, and all that type of stuff?
My most memorable experience in the game is fighting an Astro Phoenix with a tank. In Discord, it was the candidate election.
Is there any dirt on players/staff team which would get them arrested or get in big trouble in general? You don't have to answer who or what.
No.
Hey, took a long time to respond, but I'll move on. Do you have any cool facts, details, images that you can share about the game which not a lot of people know?
One such cool fact is the tiger that can spawn bushes. The type of bush depends on the biome too. This means you can spawn bushes which do not spawn naturally in the game, which is also called as ocean bush and lava bush.
Right. So, who decided Astro Phoenix would be a good thing to add even?
Lithopidian came with the concept and idea of the Astro Phoenix. It was suggested when only Lithopidian was close to Malte. Matley.
What happened with Lithopidian? I know he used to do admin abuse. Was it kicked off the team?
He was indeed kicked out the team more than a year ago. He did keep developer perms until some months back. He got kicked because he did not contribute with anything to the game. He was practically lazy.
So, why did Ametakan tend to be mately?
Because he was afraid he would receive hate on his new game based on his real identity. Mainly hate from Milk Corridor or KOA simps. Koa simps.
So, I have a question. English or Spanish?
English.
If you move, you're gay.
No.
Damn, okay. OBISNUT is officially gay. So what was the problem with Shlaku and Wild Quest? Did Wild Quest ever get continued?
Shaku is not fit to be a moderator or never was. I can enter deep into detail, but there is a video out there which explains the situation in its entirely. Wild Quest also got abandoned.
Alright, so I'm just gonna watch this video.
Horrible video, by the way.
One eternity later.
That is something. Anyway.
Yeah.
So why did Wild Quest get abandoned? Also, what was the whole stuff of Slack in the hospital about?
The hospital stuff was about to show lack after he tried to end his presence to the world.
But why have you not been posting, and what is the future of the ROAMS content, whatever as a whole you think?
I find nothing interesting in the current state of the game anymore. I lack any passion to even touch the game. I have not played for months, I'm gonna be honest with you. The future of ROAMS content would be extremely great. That is, if I consider Colossals and Rewrite coming up.
Yeah, man, I'm sure there's still content to be made I've been creative. Was not really the type of stuff you do, I know, because you do mostly gameplay. Do you still help with development?
Of course I help with development. That is what interests me more than anything about the game at the moment. I can't lie.
That's good. Are there any open secrets going around in the community, or just secrets in general you can reveal? Maybe old ones?
No, never.
Okay.
There is some old scrap jungle footage, but I don't have it anymore.
Oh, I remember there's like where the map was a lot different and they added a bunch of new animals and changed the map, but that was probably true. Who do you think are the best players in ROAMS.io and Mob.io respectively?
It was indeed a dream, but the best player term does not exist for me. Maybe very good you mean, but those I know stopped playing the game. The remotely closest to ones playing the game actively nowadays is physics. In MOB, I lack any interest to even answer your question.
Who's the best player ever in Mob.io?
I'm never answering that. There is such a huge list that I cannot even name and remember. You said ever. The list is huge therefore.
Alright. So where do you think Abby would land? Top 10, top 50, top 100?
Definitely top 50.
So top 50 and still claims he's the best and rage quits and poops his pants.
Yep, pretty much.
That makes sense. Well, has anyone who wasn't supposed to get developer or just admin access in general in the game got it?
Yes, Lethopedian. He still got game developer commands from admin after his own permissions were taken away.
So do you think the game's current artists are good?
Yes, I believe they're making currently the best artwork I've ever seen in ROAMS. No.
Would you prefer different ones? The opportunity
fine.
came up.
They're fine.
Oh, do you have any suggestions? Do you have any suggestions for the game in general which are not being taken into consideration?
What was that? Anyway, it's a lot, but I prefer to not mention anything. I'm not allowed to leak.
Can't even make suggestions? Is this like 1984 North Korea communist?
To tell you, the development Discord server holds an immense amount of unique concepts, which most, if not all, concept by me.
You talk normally.
And yes, there could be possible future additions.
Additions?
Additions.
Well, are there any leaks you can say? Or are there any suggestions which you can talk about which the devs would say would never be added?
Plan wars, but they're now scrapped. Parts of it was shown. I won't go through the risk and show you the full concept, even though I don't think I'm allowed to, but there should be an example of the many concepts that exist stored in the server.
Sure, Clan Wars would be a good addition though. But what happened with the golden tokens of the bullfrog and that stuff?
Hold on, the concept will explain it all.
Explain what? Alright. OBISNUT sending us some messages. So you sent us some messages. I'm just gonna put them on screen so the other people can read them. So I'm gonna read them myself.
Yeah, that. Yeah, and also that.
And that looks very cool.
This is the full concept from Clan Wars, 100% made by me.
Yeah. I hope that would get added. How long do you think this game will last in a good universe?
Around 2028. And you can give the concept a read when you can and let me know about it.
Right. So if the game gets into the long run, what would stop it?
Asha games retiring and possible lack of development in the future.
What do you think about Dr. Droney, Crocken, and the artists in general?
Great artist. Crocken has now changed compared to the first drama related to her.
So I have to ask. Are you only saying these things just so your people don't get mad at you?
No.
Promise?
Yep.
Okay. So have you ever been threatened, doxxed, or that type of stuff?
Nope.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Anyone ever tried?
Nope.
What can we expect to see from OBISNUT in the future? Because I know you have a lot of fans.
New content on my YouTube channel, rewrite and the closest are ever released.
Would you ever make any other content like the Mohio SFP?
No, never. Get that name out of my sight.
Yeah, okay. What type of job are you trying to get?
I believe those questions are now too personal. I do not share information about my personal life and info.
So, are there... I do know where you live, though.
Oh.
And I'm coming. I'm coming, man. I'm coming where you live.
911,
I'm
yeah.
coming to Romania. I'm coming to Romania, bro.
Oh, Romania? Alright.
Are there any closing statements or things you want to mention before the final question?
Certainly though, time will prevent me from uploading as often as I used to do back then. But I do not have anything left to say.
Are you ready for the final question?
Yes.
Absolutely sure.
Yes, I'm sure.
Is your name actually Obis Nut? And if yes, are you an Obis Nut or are you a pair of Obis Nuts? And where did the name originate?
No. My name originates back when I used to play USA 9 in 2017. I do not know how it came to exist or the lore. I played often with a bunch of friends in fact.
So, you are not an Obis Nut or a pair of Obis Nuts or a triplet of Obis Nuts?
No, I'm not.
Yes, that's all. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem. Goodbye and good luck.